Hello to my classmates. This is Patty Harrison, and this is my photo editing assignment. I'll start by saying that I began this assignment by reading the article. Not only was it one of Laura Rule's suggestions, but I also wasn't too familiar with Cal Ripken and his story. So the parts of the written piece that initially stuck out to me, or the highlights, were Ripken's dedication to the game and being a good example to his teammates and fans, as well as the impact that Ripken's own family had on him, especially his father. After that, I used Laura Rule's process for choosing the images by first grouping them into 5 categories. So the 5 categories that I chose were family, team and teammates, fans, Ripken action game shots, and images from the event. So the first category is family. I really like this image on the left that showed the entire family in a moment of togetherness. The 3 other in this category, which I've placed along the right-hand side of the screen, were also strong images, but didn't show the whole family together in a way that this image did. This image was also one of the few that showed his face, which I thought was important to the overall layout. Honestly, one thing that I thought was missing is an image choice for Ripken with his father and brother. If that photo were available, I would have liked to have included that one as well, especially since Ripken's bond with his father and brother is highlighted in the story. During my first read-through of the article text, I even highlighted the sentence, before looking at the photos, I highlighted the sentence, true to character, Ripken even gave his pre-game farewell ceremonies a uniquely unselfish tilt. Somehow half the tribute seemed directed at his father, who died 2 years ago. And it talks about how some of the stories were about his father and some of the touching scoreboard videos. So I think it's a pretty important part of the story, and I would have loved to have brought more attention to it. In my teammate category, I chose the image of Ripken and his teammate embracing when leaving the field. I thought it demonstrated his character and camaraderie with his teammates, and it was kind of symbolic for me of him leaving the game and leaving the field for the final time. I thought this image would be a nice last shot in the layout for the entire story. The next section was fans. I had a difficult time choosing an image for this section. I really love the kind of close-up pictures of fans holding signs. And this one was particularly colorful. The sign had a nice color to it. The woman had a great expression on her face. I thought it was a great, strong photo. But I just thought that the other photo was a lot stronger. There's a nice wide shot of the fans. It has good color. The red's a car, the blue of the wall, the celebrating fans. And there's also kind of a classic American celebratory feeling to this image that I really liked. So after that, the next category is the Ripken game action shot. I also went back and forth between my choices in this category. The image that I didn't pick here on the right showed his face, which I always think is important for storytelling. But I really did like the one that I did choose a lot more. You see the side profile of his face, and you do see his name on the back of his jersey. So I was okay with not seeing the full face. I thought that this image was strong because it had some action in it. He took up the entire area of the image, and I thought that the line of his arm kind of drew the eye up, starting with the lower left hand, the top of the bat, all the way up to the top of the helmet in the upper right hand corner. And then lastly, in the event images category, I think I made a choice that I'm not sure a lot of my classmates will make. I know that this fireworks image doesn't show very much of Ripken. It doesn't show very much of, who was there, what was going on, but I just really enjoyed the colors. I enjoyed how the fireworks kind of led the eye up from bottom to top. And it was just a very celebratory image, which I enjoyed. I did for a few moments consider using the images, or the image that included President Clinton, because I thought it showed the historic importance of the event. But he was quoted in the article, and I thought that quote was a very strong quote, stronger than this particular image, and I didn't want to be repetitive. So I did a little mock-up of what the first page of this story would look like. So clearly this is the image that I chose as my main focused image. I kind of talked about it already, but really I just thought it was a very symbolic image, and just a great image with kind of cues on what to look at, and your eye kind of looks at the whole image, taking it in from bottom to top. So I thought it was a great image to choose as the main one. And then for my last slide here, these are all the images together that I chose. I tried to make sure there's a nice array of different angles, subjects, colors, and I like what I ended up with. The only downside that I saw in my choices is that two images show Ripken's back. I'm not a huge fan of that in general, but with his name on the back of the shirt, that kind of made me feel a little bit better about it. And I also think that those two images were kind of two of the most strong images out of the entire collection of images. So I don't think I would make any changes. So those are my thoughts on images, and I will see you on the discussion board. Thanks.